7:18 on TSN 690. Some solemn music for our next guest. We talk a little French Open here on the program, and we welcome in from tennisconnected.com. You can also follow her on twitter.com/Lyra Pappin. It is Lyra Pappin. Now, Lyra, we're playing some solemn music for you because you're a big Federer guy, or lady, excuse me, and he's gone.
Yeah, I was wondering what the connection was there because I'm getting lulled into a depressed mood now. Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry, Lyra. How are you going to get through the rest of the tournament?
Oh, well, I have, turned the corner and started to face reality. I wasn't expecting Federer to sort of lie down the way he did to Tsonga today, but part of it is, once he gets down, he's not a fighter. He's not someone who likes to really show a lot of effort out there. I mean, it's a kind of constant. It's weird because everyone likes him so much that it's hardly portrayed as criticism that often, more as like an observation that he seems to resent when the players start beating him. He seems to want some free passes once in a while. And, Tsonga was on fire today. He took a lead and didn't look back, and all of Tsonga's previous upsets of Federer had come when Federer was already ahead, so it was even more shocking. So it was just kind of a strange thing to watch happen today, to watch Federer just sort of unravel and stay flat. But that's just, how the clay crumbles, I guess.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Now Tsonga is usually the guy that cracks under pressure, right?
That's true. He is someone who, he seems to really get up for the matches against Federer in particular because those are where his sort of breakout moments have come. In the past, even when he's had a lead or it looks like he could win, someone like Murray is often able to turn it around against him. But Murray has, or like Djokovic, those two both have a lot more power and they can kind of counterpunch with Tsonga. Federer being more of the finesse player, going for his shots and the attacking style, he doesn't really have the endurance to fight back against him as much. So compared to the other top guys, Tsonga does match up with Federer pretty well.
Now, I'm looking at some of the headlines on tsn.ca in terms of the French Open, and one of them is actually Daniel Nestor reaching the semifinals of the mixed doubles. Now, it's kind of funny in tennis, right? You start out as a singles player, and if you can't really compete at an elite level, then some of them, and you have really really good reflexes, and you work well within a team, you switch over to doubles. When that starts to go by the wayside, you hang on and you play mixed doubles. That's where Nestor is at this point. We shouldn't really disparage because certainly he's had an unbelievable, exemplary career for Canada in professional tennis. But here he is now in the semifinals of the doubles, mixed doubles, I should say. And even in these big tournaments, I mean, I don't know what the mixed doubles, payday is if you win it all. It's like $87, I think. But here he is in mixed doubles. I mean, is this stuff even on TV?
It's not on TV, and that's the thing. Okay, so I know mixed doubles is obviously one of your favorite events ever, but doubles in general is all about strategy, right? It's all about placement. It's about how to, get the opponent wide of the lines and then, hit up the middle or whatever. So it's very different than the singles game, obviously, and it just doesn't translate to TV as well, which I think is the main reason that it's not as popular. It is very popular amongst tennis fans because people who go out to see the events, they can see more of the skill and the quickness. It's kind of similar to squash, actually, as a sport, which squash is a very difficult game to play at a high level, but it just doesn't translate.
Hey, you don't have to tell me about playing squash at a high level, my friend. Back in CJAP at John Abbott College, I was third out of a class of 27 of a mixed class of women and men.
A real Roger Federer.
I was
a good solid third. And let me tell you, I used the ball with the yellow dot. And that, if you play squash out there, you know what I'm talking about. That's pretty good. I
do know what you're talking about. I used to warm it up under a hairdryer to get it heated up because it took too long otherwise.
You are a serious squash player, my friend. Wow. Usually what the teacher would tell us is you kind of just, roll it between your palms or you step on it and roll it back and forth. But no.
Always look for the shortcuts, Matt.
I have a very distinct image of Lyra bringing a hairdryer to the squash courts. And anybody see an outlet anywhere? I mean, that's pretty hardcore.
It was helpful, I'm telling you. Nestor in the mixed doubles. I mean, it's great for him. Like you said, he has an amazing career. Honestly, he's one of my favorite athletes in the world because I just think he has this perfect career where he's never going to be hassled by people. He makes a good living, gets to travel. He has a beautiful wife, daughter, a whole deal, and he's just, happily keeping it going.
Sounds like you're stalking him.
No, just a little short of stalking him.
Oh, all right. Lyra Pappin talking some tennis with us and how to survey someone from a treetop. We'll talk about that a little later on. But back to the
hairdryer not involved in that one.
Speaking of stalking, by the way, I saw that you mentioned Mo Khan in your tweet when you mentioned that you were coming on here on TSN 690. Lyra Pappin is her Twitter handle as well. Mo was very happy about that, and referencing off air here a couple of weeks ago the fact that he said he was maybe going to come to Toronto and try and go for lunch or something with you. What were you saying, Mo?
No, you see, Lyra. You see, you're in a sad state of mind right now with Roger Federer being out of the French Open.
That's it, Mo. Pray on the vulnerable.
I was going to say, a perfect symmetry has now evolved where I can ask you out to come hang out, make you feel much better, and make you smile at least with Matt Ross and Seth Michello.
Lyra, that's what predators do. They look for the vulnerable. Careful.
I will, I'll keep watching my mailbox for a plane ticket to Montreal, and otherwise I'll watch outside my window for lurkers in the shadows.
What about train tickets?
He is wearing sweatpants. That's the true mark of a creepy guy at night, so careful.
Oh, dear.
What about train tickets?
He's negotiating now with his prey.
So,
I don't know where to go from here.
Know about the French Open?
Yeah, I
actually have a question, though.
Yes, go ahead.
With NBC now taking over the tennis coverage towards the end of the week into the weekend, there's been a lot of debate, though, with NBC because they may put the potential men's semifinal on tape delay, which would definitely hurt, I guess, the TV audience, especially the purists out there, to watch it live, whether they're on the East Coast or the West Coast. Do you think that might hurt NBC in the fact that, again, they may put this on tape delay for the Friday coverage of the men's semifinals?
It would honestly be a nightmare in broadcast. I don't know who or why they would make that decision. If they can't carry it live, it's 2013. You can't show a sporting event that's on delay. I mean, everyone wants to watch it live. People know results practically before they happen anyway with Twitter and all these things happening. It would be outrageous if they did that. I don't know what kind of backlash there would be. Obviously, they have to, they'd be staking their best bet against whatever audience is going to be bigger. So if it's some other sporting thing or something they're going to show, I'm sure they'd get more negative feedback as compared to a tennis audience. But it's just still ridiculous. They have to find a way to schedule those things properly and make sure that they're satisfying the audience. Otherwise, they might as well not show it at all, is my opinion. People find other ways to see things. There's streaming. There's, it's frustrating in Canada that we don't have direct access to Tennis Channel, but, fans will find a way, and it'll certainly be all over the Internet as soon as the match actually does start. So hopefully that won't happen. I don't know what the status of that is, but I hope for the best, I guess.
Lyra, on the women's side, Serena Williams came from behind in the third set today to advance to the semifinals for the first time since 2003, and really for the Americans at the French Open on the women's side. It's been a long time since they've had somebody get this far into the tournament. So now she'll take on runner-up Sara Errani from last year, who beat the fourth-seeded Rudzwanka. So what is your take now on Serena and how she's playing?
Serena's looking great. I think Kuznetsova, who she played today, she's a veteran. She's someone who can really, she can hang with Serena. She's a tough player. She's got a lot of experience. So it was a little surprising to see Serena drop a set, but obviously the outcome is what everyone expected. I think Serena's going to absolutely crush Errani. I think that, she's just someone who can't withstand the power that Serena has. So barring some sort of injury or major meltdown from Serena, I'm pretty sure we'll see her go through and all the way to the finals.
Well, I can tell you that this segment's a keeper. It'll be on GamePointsRadio.com probably tomorrow afternoon at some point. We've been chatting with Lyra Pappin of TennisConnected.com. You can also check her out on Twitter.com/LYRAPAPPIN. Lyra, thanks so much for joining us and for indulging our silliness, and we'll chat soon.
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
Okay, there you go. That's Lyra Pappin from TennisConnected.com.